the OldPreMeds podcast, session number 212. You're a non-traditional student entering the medical field on your terms. You may have had some hiccups along the way, but now you're ready to change course and go back and serve others as a physician. This podcast is here to help answer your questions and help educate you on your non-traditional journey to becoming a physician. And welcome to the OldPreMeds podcast. My name is Dr. Ryan Gray, and I'm excited to bring you another great question from our non-traditional pre-med forum over at premedforums.com. Now, as I'm recording this, we are transitioning our forums over to a new platform that should make it easier to interact, to ask questions, and actually to have conversations based on these episodes. Because as new episodes come out, we will actually have a post for each episode where you can go and ask questions and share your thoughts on each episode, not only for the OldPreMeds podcast, but for every podcast here at MedEd Media, or at least the ones that I do. So if you want to go check those out, if the forums are up, again, premedforums.com. If it's still on our old platform, that's okay. You can still go sign up and ask a question there. Our question today is from a student asking about grades from the Army. Our student says, "Hi everyone, been a long-time listener. Today I was listening to episode 363 on a paramedic's journey to medical school. In it, he had to submit his paramedic school grade on his medical school application. I'm a 68W, a combat medic healthcare specialist, and I was wondering if I would have to submit my 68W AIT, my tech school grade, for my medical school application. If so, would this grade factor into my GPA? I received a number of grades in the course, and now I'm worried that this might drop my GPA. So I received a number grade in the course, and now I'm worried that it might drop my GPA. Okay, so my recommendation always is to go directly to the instruction manuals for AMCAS, for COMAS, for TMD SAS. In those instruction manuals, and these instruction manuals I have to pull out every year when I'm talking to students because they have very similar questions, and I have to go and reread all the transcript information. The transcript part of the instruction manual is important to look at to really parse each and every sentence to say, okay, would this be something I have to report? Is this something I have to get transcripts for? Is this something I have to put in my application? And the answer usually is yes. So if you went to even, and I'm just pulling something out of my rear end right now, I don't have the instruction manual open in front of me, but I'm pretty sure even if you go to a cosmetology school, post-secondary education, if you go in secondary, if you're not familiar with that term, post-secondary, post-high school, if you go to cosmetology school and you get grades for cosmetology school, that is going to have to end up typically on your medical school application. Again, that's just a random example, and I'm not 100,000% sure that that's true. Go read the instruction manual. But yes, if you took an EMT course, a paramedic course, and you got grades for those things, those are going in your application. Even if it's pass-fail, that's going in your application. The medical school applications, the instruction manuals are very, very explicit on what they want and what they don't want. And a lot of times those post-secondary tech schools and things like that gets included. And there are, at least on the AMCAS application, as I'm thinking about it, there are some specific instructions for military training. And how do you report that? Or do you have to report that? So the answer to this question is likely you're going to have to report those grades, and likely you should go read the instruction manual. All right, you're just going to have to go read it. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm sorry if that is going to kind of throw a wrench in your plans and drop your GPA a little bit, but hopefully you'll have a good upward trend post that tech school. And you can really show that you've overcome, you've improved, and you are better. So if you have a question you want answered here on the OldPreMeds podcast, go to premedforums.com, ask your question there, and hopefully it'll be answered here on the podcast. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time here on the OldPreMeds podcast.
This is MedEd Media.